It's week 4 of the National Football League, and this one features Kyron Williams. He's been a frequent end-zone tourist. He's second in the league in rushing touchdowns. It's the Mounties and the Aviators, and it's coming up next.
PA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. And Charles, we look at this Toronto Ball Club as they enter play here. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And last week's win was indicative of how good this team can be. It was a complete performance.
Meanwhile, for our visitors from Hawaii, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And just shutting him off there. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And he is, without any question at all, the focal point of this offense. Had an unbelievable game running the football last time out. We're not just talking about little scampers here and there for 5 or 10 yards. We're talking about big, long, explosive field-flipping runs. And that's something this defense is well aware of.
And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A good start. One play, 10 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action with Richardson. And that is incomplete. As you can see, they're not operating at full health today, partner. That's been a big story the last couple of weeks. But the bottom line, their record is solid, and you know that this is still a very dangerous team, even with those guys missing.
What they have shown us throughout this season is that this team has stayed focused, and some injuries, they're just not going to derail the momentum they've built up all season long. They continue to go out there and play and give their best performances.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Back to the air with Richardson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From the 43, here's 2nd and 9. Right back to Mitchell here. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. When you look at this defense, well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. First down, here's Mitchell. The solid stiff arm. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And his pass incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Richardson looking to throw. Dancing to his left. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now Richardson. Escaping the pressure. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year, 10th overall. And the Aviators' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Seven 0 is our score, ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And bulldozing his way through. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading him out is their rookie quarterback, the young man from the University of Michigan.
And when you watch him play, you see even early in his NFL career, he's a guy that has the ability to change a game with his legs, and that's really important early on to understand who he is. And his coaching staff, they do. I think they're going to let him freewheel it a bit out there because they know how difficult it is for defenses to try and keep him hemmed in.
Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. Short throw to Smith. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Here's the option. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The quarterback run good for 10 that time, but it does lead to a 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, they just watched the other team take the ball downfield and score, so they knew that this drive, this opening drive, was on them. And, boy, that was important to pick up that first down there and keep this one going.
Here's Tucker, complete on the right side. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll take this down to the 33. When you look at this defense, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want...
And it's caught. Touchdown. Xavier Legette with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Mounties are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now it's Richardson. He'll get this complete to Sennett, the tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. From just shy of midfield, here's second and a yard. Richardson. Throw left side complete. That's Mitchell. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
It's a pickup of 6.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
These two teams all tied after 1. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw this. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Richardson to throw. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Richardson back to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's going the other way. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball,
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he gets it down to the 32. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now McCarthy. Steps away to his left. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Here's McCarthy. Flushed out right. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. J.J. McCarthy. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go. His first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last, because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Well, the Honolulu offense making its return to the field now. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived, as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Second down and 6 now. Back to throw. Richardson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out, because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 10 more there and another first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Another run with Mitchell. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Richardson off the play fake. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. With these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
Shaquille Barrett buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing is McCarthy. Complete. Smith has it. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Looking to throw McCarthy. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Shaquille Barrett. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. They bring their punter out there now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Well, the Honolulu offense making its return to the field now. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Looking to throw. Richardson. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Back to throw. Richardson. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Anthony Richardson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Aviators are an extra point away from evening this one up. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Extra point try, good by Gano, and we are tied at 14. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was Anthony Richardson who took it into the end zone to finish things off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Toronto's offense ready to take over. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to it. Let's see how this one continues.
To the air with McCarthy.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
Short throw to Smith. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2. Working out of the gun is McCarthy.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ross. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And it's caught. Touchdown! Irv Smith Jr., his first touchdown on the year.
And the Mounties will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Aviators offense and Anthony Richardson ready for this next possession. And this defense has got to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in this first half that's really giving him fits.
Richardson now throwing to start the drive. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
From the shotgun, Richardson. That's caught by Sennett.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Play action. Now Richardson.
And Wilson with it, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Again, it's Richardson. To the right side and caught by center.
Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Gano's kick is good, and that'll bring them back within 4.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
And his throw here's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we close out the first quarter of this season. In the first half, we saw a solid outing by the quarterback, J.J. McCarthy. He threw 2 touchdown passes, ran for another, as his guys have the lead at halftime. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
There go play action. Here's McCarthy. He finds Smith and Jigba.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
On play action, McCarthy.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Again, they turn to Ford. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Smith and Jigba hauling it in on the out route.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
McCarthy operating from the gun.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Stephon Gilmore dials the corner blitz and earns the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Operating from the gun, McCarthy. He finds his man, complete. That's Ford. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. McCarthy. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
The Aviators offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Over the middle, he finds Higgins.
And they're able to get this across the 35.
First catch of the game by Higgins, and he's got his guys a 1st down. Running left, here's Mitchell.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he is going to lose yardage here. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Richardson looking to throw.
Flush to his right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. Takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is taken at about the 14. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Toronto's offense ready to take over.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
On the ground, it's Ford.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
From the shotgun, McCarthy.
Eluding the press. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. And they'll send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's fielded at the 45. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football.
And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain there of 21 yards. Now it's Richardson.
And this complete to Mitchell. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down.
Richardson. And he's got it. Touchdown. Michael Wilson.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Aviators have retaken a third-quarter lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well that they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Gano the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Toronto's offense ready to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On play action, now McCarthy.
Sliding out of the pocket. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Facing second and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
They'll get this down to the 38. Mika Fitzpatrick, the all-pro safety, up to make the stop.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Welcome back to Toronto. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
2nd and 6.
Escaping the pressure right. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
McCarthy off the play fake.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Here's McCarthy. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Now McCarthy.
He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Zerline's kick is up and through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Honolulu offense making its return to the field now. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Richardson looking to throw this.
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
But plain simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He just got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 6.
They run it again with Williams.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return.
The Honolulu offense making its return to the field now. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. They go play action with Richardson. This one finds Wilson downfield.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
76 yards rushing now for Mitchell. He's got a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They run over center with Mitchell.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Past the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson.
And his throw is incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Richardson back to throw it. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Here's Richardson to throw.
Flushed out right. And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Anthony Richardson.
A 16-yard touchdown run.
And the Aviators have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
The quarterback run has eaten him up all game long, and there he goes again, this time into the end zone.
And what I like about what I'm seeing, absolutely running almost with impunity. He's not worried about his body. He's not worried about sliding. He's not worried about protecting himself. He's worried about getting yardage. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got to start figuring out what these blocking schemes are and finding ways to defeat them.
Extra point try good by Gano, and they will take a 7-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Looking to throw McCarthy. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams.
They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return.
The visitors' offense and Elijah Mitchell set to take over once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Now Richardson.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on here to punt it away.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by 7. A little under 2.5 to go. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here as they've got it 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. But that won't do much good as he is tackled at his own 7. An important one here, no doubt. 3rd and 4. Flush to his right. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4 but got 3. Here we go. This is 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. This is caught at the 20. Now the offense going to use the 1st of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. He'll look to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. He's back to throw. He's into the end zone, so they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with him. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Richardson to throw it. And he'll have a 1st down, but a great tackle there keeps him from getting to the boundary. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Screen play setting it up for Mitchell. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Now Richardson. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A big play here as the crowd noise rises. 3rd and 1. Richardson. Eluding the pressure right. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Well, 4 quarters couldn't decide things, so it's on to overtime here as the kick is away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Under pressure, and down he goes. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Pulled in at the 24.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. Toronto's offense ready to take over. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick 6, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Throwing is McCarthy.
He's got it to Williams. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And on now is the punter. On for a very important punt here in overtime. .46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return.
The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football. Well, this is a pretty rare situation here, Charles. You get into overtime, neither team coming through with even a field goal on their first drive. So now, sudden death with the time remaining. Next score wins.
And now I would say that going at it might be a little bit easier for both teams now because they've eased into overtime. That first series, boy, everything on the line then. Now you've seen what a defense is thrown at you. You can make some adjustments, and all you need is 3 points to win it.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, Richardson.
And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Play action. Now Richardson. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Open man is Tucker.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
To the air with McCarthy.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. They'll hand it off now. Williams to about the 26 here. So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out of the end. But, Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So for Toronto, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Honolulu, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.